Did you know that Fortnite drew its inspiration from PUBG? And now we can say that it is the most popular game on the world. There are several tips and methods applicable to other Battle Royale games, such as PUBG, to be aware of and exploit in order to live as long as possible. These include initiating matches, surviving in combat, and exploring the region. Do you want to be a master in Fortnite Battle Royale? Here are top 5 tips to mark your place in Battle Royale. Make sure to subscribe daily. Tip number 1. The race is won by the slow and steady. Until it doesn't. Sounds crazy. Of course, without a good plan, you won't get very far in Fortnite. In general, it's a good idea to construct little forts inside rings to keep you secure until you can go on to the next one. You're also obtaining high ground and a wonderful location for your final couple of kills. Yet, you can't truly dilly-dally till the finish of the game, since the ring will shrink and time will tick away. It's possible that you won't be able to predict where the next one will appear. If that's the case, you'll have to improvise. You'll have to get out there and modify your tactics to what happens around you. Maintain your cool, and you'll be winning matches like there's no tomorrow. Tip number 2. Cutting down trees may endanger you. Another aggravating way to die is when you need shelter or just one more ramp to reach the summit of the mountain, but only have 9 wood. Fortunately, there are lots of things to demolish on your journey, and you should crush anything that gets in your way as you make your way to the circle. Nevertheless, downing a large tree might occasionally alert your presence, so if you suspect there is someone around, harvest until it has 50 health and then leave it. Construction is crucial, but you can't simply construct a wall out of air and optimistic ideas. Materials are required, and wood is the most easily obtained. And you acquire wood by felling trees. Yet, it's a lengthy procedure that will almost certainly result in you being caught and shot. So how do you go about it? The first thing you should do is make sure you're leaping as you chop, since this will make you much more difficult to strike. Then, make sure you're aiming for the spinning circles so that chopping the tree doesn't take as long. Lastly, leave the tree with only a little amount of life remaining. Don't chop it all the way down. This will ensure that opponents don't see you. If you are enjoying the video, please make sure to hit the like button and share this video among your friends. Tip number 3. Construction literally saves lives. In Fortnite, players use a technique commonly referred to as a panic wall to quickly build a protective barrier in response to enemy fire. Although not an official term, panic wall accurately describes the function of this tool. It is sometimes also called a leaven, referring to the quick placement of 2 walls perpendicular to each other. However, this term may not be familiar to all players. In Fortnite, you'll be able to employ your building talents in addition to weaponry to boost your chances of survival. You may create a small structure that will protect you from enemy gunfire with the click of a button. It's a leaven construction that acts as a temporary panic chamber, which is why it's called a panic wall. It provides several benefits, like protection and higher ground, but it does not stay long. It can, however, be a lifesaver. Learning the skill is likely one of the most important aspects of being an ultimate Fortnite master, so practice in a quiet area before taking on adversaries and hope for the best. You may also adjust your control scheme to make it easier to reach this command than ever before. Also, don't land in the game's primary areas, since these aren't the only places you can land. Choose a more distant location instead to avoid the early commotion and pillage. If you're afraid about being trapped in the middle of nowhere with nothing to protect yourself with, the landscape is littered with little spots that contain useful treasure. You can explore and dress yourself in relative quiet if you've reached a calm location. Tip number 4. Learn from prior battles and memorize chest placements. You'll quickly discover that treasure is pretty much everything in Fortnite. Whether it's guns or supplies, haunting is the key to both survival and getting some kills in, so there's probably never a time when you shouldn't be on the search for anything. Yet, while engaged in open battle, it may be easy to miss chests containing valuable rewards. Still, if you know what you're searching for, you'll be more likely to find it. Fortunately, the chest arrangement doesn't alter much across battles. If you find a dependable chest during a match, attempt to remember where it is and get there as quickly as possible on your next run. Fortnite is continually being changed, thus these treasure chest locations are not fixed in stone. It's always a good idea to keep a few in mind, since some of them could survive. You will die hundreds upon hundreds of times. Determine what you did poorly and what they did successfully, and then try to incorporate that method into your games. Many players are cautious to build, and as a result, they end themselves underneath a player who has thrown down a few simple ramps. Tip number 5. First comes, first to be considered. Before we get into the Fortnite techniques, here's a little refresher or introduction if you're new on what Fortnite is and how it works. It's an online multiplayer battle royale, so you'll be competing against a variety of other players, and the last guy standing wins. Yet triumph does not come easily. You will need to demonstrate a wide range of talents, including fighting, attention, patience, survival, strategy, and everything else that might help you win a ferocious, chaotic battle to the death in real life. After all, this is a battlefield, and in love and war, anything goes. You'll go up against opponents that share your aim and face the same odds as you. No one will grant you mercy. Master this lesson quickly if you want to be a Fortnite expert. We assure you that if you keep these 5 tips on your mind, you'll become a master of the game. So, if you do like the video, hit like, share, and comment. Hope to see you guys in another video. Thank you.